Hey everybody, Bruce Ewing here from Constant Conversions. Once again, thank you for watching the training. I hope you got some information out of that you can use. And what I want to share with you now is actually a 10-minute short video, but it's got a very powerful technique that I think is a game changer for most businesses I work with. When I take on a new client, the first question I ask them is, who are the audiences you are targeting with your ads? Because that's the most important thing. And most people have different strategies about targeting, different income levels, genders, ages, even go so far as to cover magazines that people read and Facebook groups and things like that. But there is a new strategy that Facebook rolled out a couple years ago that is perhaps the most powerful feature of Facebook ads, and it's called a lookalike audience. Now you might be familiar with that, you might not be, but I guarantee you this video is going to tell you something you have not heard before, and it's going to be something that's going to help your business. So I want you to watch it. It's going to show you how the lookalike audience is built, what makes it so powerful, and how you can use it in your business. And then I'm going to show you an over-the-shoulder video where I create the lookalike audience for my client so you can see exactly how to do it for your business. Now, once again, I cannot stress to you the power of the lookalike audience. It's been a game changer for my clients. So this 10-minute video is going to be incredibly valuable. Now, if you have any questions at the end of it, please drop me a line at the email address you see below. And if you want to work with me directly, that'd be great. We can schedule a consultation and talk about that. But if not, I hope you enjoyed the free training. And once again, stick around. I'll be sending you more great information you can use. And have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is a very, very powerful, I call it my secret weapon for crazy profits online. Of course, it's just the beginning of your sales process. So there's a lot more to making the sale. So this isn't going to change everything for you if you don't have everything else in place. But if you have a store that's already doing okay, I have a feeling this will really help you out. So let's talk about this now. This is something called a lookalike audience. And I'm going to show you exactly why it's so powerful and how to build it for yourself. So here we go. Now, I think Facebook is king for marketers currently. When I was doing this back in 2007 or so, the only way to really do this was Google AdWords. Nothing really compared. They were the king. They took the lion's share of the market, and there was really no one to compare as far as the ability to really target your audience and get to the right person. Well, Facebook came along and changed everything. Now, after a rocky period of a really buggy interface, it was quickly clear that we were playing a new game. And they used basically their internal data, and you can now target people who like specific celebrities, certain publications, where people worked, if they were new parents. It was overwhelmingly awesome for marketers. I didn't think it could get any better. I was getting very creative for my clients. I'd target people who liked certain TV shows, read specific magazines. I thought I was in heaven, and my clients were very happy and they were making profit. Facebook then quietly introduced even more demographics by teaming up with other database companies. I was thrilled. You can now target people who just bought a car, who had a certain income. It just got so intense with what you could actually drill down to and target. Then I discovered custom audiences. Now you can upload your own list of names and emails and advertise to them directly. For those with a huge email list, it was a pretty amazing feature that got people really excited. Facebook had done it again, right? It couldn't get any better. Wrong. Let me ask you a quick question. Who is the easiest person to make a sale to? Better than all of the targeting I was just mentioning, the easiest person to sell to is a previous customer, right? Previous customers are infinitely easier to sell to than someone who's never heard of you, regardless of how specific your targeting is. Well, Facebook created what I believe to be the next best thing to selling to a group of previous customers. What I'm about to show you cut our cost per acquisition, meaning our cost we spent to acquire a customer, our CPA. It cut it in half, which means more profit for us, and nearly doubled our sales volume. Now, I can't say you're going to experience the same results, but I can say if you don't test it, you're really missing out on a possible awesome experience. Now, preferably you have your conversion tracking set up so you can compare the two campaigns, but that's a conversation for another day. Now, let's talk about the lookalike audience. Okay, so the lookalike audience is very similar to a custom audience. You're going to upload a list of your previous customers, and then Facebook is going to build out a new audience of 2 million or more people that are similar to that list you upload. Now, I bet you're already getting excited just with the prospect of what that means for your business, right? Well, how does Facebook do it? Honestly, I have no clue. It's most likely an algorithm that matches your customer list to their specific Facebook profiles. and then analyzes their online habits, their page likes, their interests, and then goes and finds other profiles that fit similar criteria. But who cares how it works? Out of all the targeting options and demographics I've tested, the lookalike audience performs the best. Now you do need a minimum of 100 customers, and let's make sure we grab your very best customers to build this new audience. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. Here are the steps required, okay? You're going to export a CSV file of your customer list from your e-commerce store. Real easy to do in most situations. You're then going to grab 100 plus of the top spending customers. I typically do about 300 or more names. Then you save that file. Then you go into the audience section of your Facebook Ad Manager and click Create Custom Audience. Now you use that file as the source file to build the new custom audience. So then you're going to have a custom audience of all those email addresses of your previous customers. Then you're going to return to the audience section again and click Create Lookalike Audience and use that new custom audience you just created as the source for that. And now this lookalike audience should be available to you when you choose your targeting and your ads and your boosts, etc. So that's the gist of it. It might sound kind of confusing now, but when I show you here in a few seconds, it's gonna seem really, really simple. Now it's important that you have conversion tracking set up. You need to compare your results. That's a conversation for another day, but if you don't have conversion tracking set up, stick around. I'm going to send some videos about all that kind of stuff at another date, but hopefully you have a way to at least compare your previous campaigns with your new ones. Now, final note on this, it's smart to always test new audiences and take advantage of Facebook's truly amazing demographics. Depending on your niche, all it takes is a handful of new audience types to take a business from okay to killing it. Now, I'm going to be sending you more great info just like this in the not too distant future. The audience is only a tiny piece of your success online, and I want to help you out with more than just this part of your sales funnel. Okay, if you're ready, let's make your lookalike audience. I'm going to show you the video, and sit tight. You should see me showing my screen in just a quick second. Okay, it's time to get excited. Let's build your lookalike list and start sending traffic to it. So the first thing you need to do is go into your customer section of your e-commerce store. I'm currently in Shopify here. This is what my client uses, so that's what I'm going to pull the list from. And so first thing I'm going to do is go to the United States tab up here at the top, so all the names are United States names. And then I'm going to export it. I'm going to export all the customers as a CSV file. Now this will be delivered to my email address, so I'm going to skip that process of making you wait for that. I'm just going to jump right to the actual Excel file, so let me do that now. Okay, so I'm currently looking at the file that they sent me, and the first thing I'm going to do, and this is very, very important, is you go to the total spent column up here, and you sort it so at the very top are the highest dollar amounts. So now that that's sorted, you actually have the top spending clients at the very top of the list here. So then what we're going to do is we're going to clean up some of these columns, and I'm going to grab about 500 names, and I'm going to skip that process for you so you can we'll jump right to that finished product. So 1 second. Okay, so I have the file here cleaned up. And so it's just basically first name, last name, email, and I did leave the total spent column as a reminder that this has to be the top 200, 300, or whatever of your best clients. So I'm going to kill this column right here, unnecessary. So there it is. This is the finished file. I saved 500, but like I said, you only need 100, but Facebook is now going to go match profiles, so some will be lost in the process. So it's best for you to grab as many as you can. 300 is a good number. I just grabbed 500 for safety's sake. So I'm going to go save this file. As 500 best customers. Now, that's complete. What we need to do next is go into the Facebook Ads Manager. Okay, so what I've done is I've grabbed an account I've never used before, just so I can show you what it looks like when you first create this custom audience. You're going to go to the Ads Manager at the top, click Audiences, then you're going to click Create a Custom Audience. You're going to grab the customer file that you downloaded, and then you're going to upload that file. 500 best customers. You're going to go next, and this is where you choose the columns that are uploaded. So first name, last name, and email. Say upload and create. It then builds that custom audience for you. Now it takes a little bit of time for it to fully populate, so just give it a second. So as you can see here, the custom audience with the 500 best customers is ready. It only saved about 400, meaning it lost probably 100 in the process, which is why you have to upload as many as possible. So I'm going to go create audience, lookalike audience, grab the 500 best customers, choose the country, United States. Now we're going to leave this to be 1. So basically this sliding scale creates a bigger audience as you go, but the higher this number goes, the less targeted it is. So we want to keep it at 1 for now. Okay, what we're looking at now is the 2 audiences completely populated. The next thing we need to do is go into the ad creation process, and I'll show you where to pick the lookalike audience so you can start driving traffic to it. Now as you can see here, this is the audience section of the ad builder. I use the Power Editor when I'm rolling out ads. It's a little more advanced, but it's actually a lot easier to use once you get used to it. So it doesn't matter if you're in the Power Editor or the standard ad builder. Both will show you an audience section where you have to define your audience. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pick the lookalike group of people. And so now your audience is chosen, and you have to go through the rest of the process and create the ads and all that fun stuff. But this is it. So if you do have any questions, please drop me a line. I hope this was valuable to you. I hope you roll this out and start seeing much better results because it's a much more targeted audience, much more receptive to your product. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to talking with you soon.